All right. Hear me okay, right?
Yeah, hey, technology, you either love it or you throw it out the window, and we can't afford that. So,
Absolutely.
okay, so hello, how are you?
I'm
Um,
good.
I just want to ask real quick how your son is. I know that you've been going through that, so I want to get that up and out of the way over here because we want to concentrate right here.
Absolutely. He's on the road to recovery.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Absolutely.
You know.
He's healing quicker than I thought.
Oh,
So
good.
that's a plus.
All right, good. I know prayer works, so just keep that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never had a reading with you or known you other than Facebook, have I? I'm like, it's been so, like, I get so many people going in my world. I'm like, have we connected? How did we meet?
Through Blog Talk, actually, many,
Okay.
many years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I haven't done a
Many,
blog
many
talk.
years ago.
I know, right? It's been a while since I did a show for like 8 years on there. And so
With Christina.
with Christina. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I did several with Christina. We just go all over the place with what we were doing today. Okay. So yeah, awesome. All right, well, cool. So did you do a show there too, or were you just came in and
I just came in and I received a reading from you, but like I said, that was way long time ago.
right, right. Okay, good. All right, all right. All right, good. I apologize for not knowing. I'm horrible with,
It's okay.
energy. It's like I know you seem familiar, so I'm like, okay, how do we meet? But yeah, typically,
I'm the same way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're, like a regular client, then I'm just like, okay, who are you? How did we meet? I even asked that on my, because afterwards I'll send you a testimonial. And I asked that on the testimonial, how did we meet? Because I need you to refresh. Um,
Yeah.
refresh my memory. And it's not that I don't remember everything about readings that I do, typically, but everything is recorded, so I keep track. So if we need to go back for reference or whatever, I can always.
Right.
But no, I don't. I haven't hardly ever go back. I only go back to get it for to use it for promos and stuff. But anyway, all right. So and what I got to say before I start a reading, when I'm especially doing one-on-ones, 10 minutes before the reading, I start connecting. Because I
Okay.
connect directly with energy, right? I mean, I go right into your chakra system and, just let them talk. I don't,
Right.
no
Absolutely.
expectations on my part. It's like,
Not here either.
yeah,
I'm wide open.
yeah. It's like whatever spirit has to show me and say. And so that's why I was like right away, I just wanted to talk about your son and, move that over here because, I know that's, forefront, with what you're dealing with, but not what's happening in your. Oh, hang on, Mama. I'm doing a reading. Oh, could you answer and take a message for me, please? Thank you. I'm sorry.
It's
Um,
okay.
my mama, she's my secretary. But
What a
she's, oh
sweetheart.
yeah, she is. She is. But she's got short-term memory, so it's like I tell her what's happening, and then. But anyway, it's it's all good. We still go on. That's the cool thing about energy. We're like in this connection already. Like I was saying, I start connecting before, and so it's already in that energy. It's once you start making that connection, it's really unbreakable. It's
Yeah.
like, and even though I may not have remembered doing a reading for you 10 years ago, I continue to pray for you, because
Oh,
everyone that we
that's
connect with, you're forever in our prayers, and we
mm-hmm.
log that up there with our higher self. That's that job, that we delegate. We have
Right.
to. We have to delegate. And I think that's one thing that we want to talk to you about is delegation. Because it's
Okay.
like you take on so much. Your root chakra was just full of stuff, and it was like there wasn't, like one. It was like a merry-go-round.
Welcome to my world. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and then the way it works is then when we're in that connection and we start just connecting with it, spirit just shows and I don't know what I'm going to say before it comes out of my mouth. Again, I just get feelings, impressions, and words, and we're off to the races.
It's all good.
Yeah. Just to explain that to you real quick, because I sit here with my eyes closed as well. And again, I'm just looking in the energy. And I got to tell you also, when I first started connecting with you, I started getting a really bad pain at my waist, right below my ribs, and I couldn't breathe for a second. I don't know if you're having issues with kidneys, or because back here is your kidney and liver, and but we also have gallbladder, which are all connected, intestinal. It felt really strain free on you.
Okay.
I don't know if you're experiencing or have occasional like twinges of pain.
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yesterday I was feeling it actually.
Oh wow. See. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm like, okay, I feel it now. I'm gonna let it go. Because I don't want to hold it. I just want to feel
No.
it so I can let you know. So it feels like it's, again, all connected as far as gallbladder, intestine, and kidney. Everything filters through, right? And we don't even think about even ibuprofen can clog up your liver.
Yeah.
It filters through. It has to go somewhere. And so that's where that pills and things. And we don't we think it innocent. I'm just taking an Advil, uh,
Yeah.
but or even aspirin or even painkillers or any kind of pill you take, it's going to filter through your liver. And again, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Just that's what's coming up. And a suggestion to drink green tea. It helps filter out the liver. I mean,
Correct.
it'll take a liver that looks like a freaking IV drug user or old man alcoholic back to regular numbers. It really filters and clears it out. So green tea, and make your own. And it doesn't have any taste, so I mix mine with lemonade.
I have a box actually.
See,
It's just sitting there. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
that's all I drink anymore is green tea, water, and coffee. I still can't get rid of that coffee. But anyway.
Oh yeah, I love coffee.
I did too. I was just like, okay, I gotta have it in the morning. I get up and go. But anyway, so yeah, green tea and mix it with whatever flavor, because there's no flavor really to green tea. That's why a lot of people are like, I want to drink this. There's nothing.
No, you can't really taste it.
Nothing. So that's why I added, I actually buy the Simply Lemonade and do a gallon of half the green tea, and then the rest of it lemonade. So it's
That
like
is
an
so
Arnold,
smart. Yeah, that's great.
It's a healthier one though, because it's not the brown tea, which has no nutrient.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
it's like wild rice. Anyway, so that's just filtering. I feel an echo. I'm sorry. Do you hear that echo? Or I just have my part? I want to hear when I talk.
No, you're sitting good.
Okay. Well, maybe just turn your speakers down just a touch.
Okay.
And because we're on open mic, I'm just hearing myself back.
How's that? Is that better?
Okay, let me see if I'm talking and I hear myself. No, that's good. Okay.
All right.
All right. So, back in, and again, this is things that we're just gonna go through what they show me, and that was what I was feeling though when I was connected. Other than your son, and then other than money, and love. I don't know if you're financially have a choice that you're about to make or a decision coming up, but it's a rooted kind of decision. I don't know if you're coming in for some money, or something's going to happen to where you're going to have a financial choice, something to do with your money. It might even, I don't even know. They're just showing me money. Money. Money's a funny thing. Um, and our perspective about the energy of money is what we've been taught, to go after this greenback, right? The dollar, to pursue the cat. Okay, we can't. It's worthless. It's paper.
Oh yeah.
So think of it in terms of gold and silver. Just start thinking in terms of gold and silver. I don't know what kind of money, what kind of windfall. I mean, do you play the lotto?
Once in a while I do.
We'll play the lotto. I mean, I don't know. I'm not suggesting. I'm just seeing money. Money coming for you or coming into you or into, but think in terms of silver and gold. So it has to be something that you're coming into. because they were asking you to change your perspective on how you're thinking about this cash. Are you I don't know, about to sell something? Uh,
Um,
what are they showing me? What are they showing me? Anyway, why are we stuck on this money? Um,
I think I'll be buying some lotto tickets later. uh,
money, money, money.
money, huh?
Money, money, money.
Would it have anything to do possibly with maybe buying and selling land or?
Well, if you have land, I don't know. If you're selling, because they're talking about a lump sum of money coming in, but they want you to think in terms of the money as silver and gold. So that means that your perspective right now about whatever transaction's about to happen, not that you're consciously stuck on what paper is, but rather what it represents, what we're brainwashed, and any kind of thinking against that, is looked frowned upon, you know, by those who have that energy.
I tend to think of money as energy. I think it's, I don't constantly think about it. I figure it's going to flow in, and as it flows in, it flows out and comes back. So that's my thought on it.
Okay, well, that's good. But they're asking you to think about it as retaining this, because when you think about gold and silver, like when and I'm showing, they're again showing me like the kings and queens that had gold and silver all around them, because they knew not just the value, but what the energy of it contains while you're holding on to it. So this is something that I don't know.
So could it be, so I'm a little confused with that message. Does that mean once I receive that, I shouldn't think of it as
coming and going?
right?
That it's going to be something that's going to sustain
It's
and hold
tangible.
on to, and it's going to be tangible, and then, it's something that's going to, and I don't want to use the terms, hopes and dreams, but something about a transaction about to come up. It could be purchasing, because they're talking about gold and silver, selling, and selling. So, and again, I don't know what your plans are, your thoughts, your, ideas of what your money is, or where you're going to go with it, and how you're going to invest it, or what it's going to be, or what, or you maybe, do you give that much thought? But maybe, if you don't, then you should be, again, I don't even know your location and what a kind of, market for anything would be, other than them telling me finances, money coming in. And I'm telling you, I don't get that a whole lot either. The money coming in.
Yeah.
Awesome. But at the same time, they want your perspective to be of silver and gold, which is, tangible, hold on to, long term. So use whatever money is about to come in wisely, and we'll see where that goes.
Wow, cool.
That's, okay.
I'll be giving you a call, Solana.
Right? Here we go. Okay. All right. So, and again, I'm still in your root chakra here. So this is rooted stuff for you. And I don't know your lineage, if you got stuff coming to you or something, but some kind of something's about to come. Some kind of, and again,
Yeah.
I've heard that, I keep hearing the word windfall. Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Well, yeah. No, I'm good, Mom. Thanks. Thank you, though. Thank you. Thank you. Um. Okay. All right. So back into your root chakra. Let's move.
Right?
Let's. God, I can't believe I was stuck on money, 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 money.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I'm again. Wait. Let's see where that goes. Maybe more will be coming out, because again, the more we talk, the more stuff, just flows. So I'm like, and again, do you work with your chakras? Do you, like, on the daily, kind of acknowledge them? Because when they start to come in for me, it's like I know they're there, I'm connecting to it, but it's like still kind of not as bright as, as someone who's like, working with them.
Yeah, no, I don't actually.
Okay.
I know about the chakras, but I
Yeah.
don't know how to work with them.
Right. Right. And again, that's not your fault. Nobody taught you from birth who we are, what's inside of us. We all talk about this universal energy and this energy of this and this energy of that. And we're this physical being trying to talk about all these energetic things that we can't connect to
Right.
because we're going, well, that's all energy. But what about me? We're all connected. I mean, they can even
Oh
like
yeah.
relay DNA to certain animal. We're all just a strand away from being a monkey or an elephant or
Yeah,
I mean a rat. I mean seriously,
it's
that's why they're
true.
able to use those things to. But that's man's downfall is starting to mess with those things. But anyway, working with our chakras is our inner GPS. It guides our path. My path literally lights up for me. I mean, when I'm walking, I see it. But I see energy. I've always seen energy, and it's I understand not everybody has, and that's why I offer classes though, so that you can get in touch with that and really into your chakras, find out who you are, remember who you are, really,
Yeah.
because we know, but we don't remember. Um, so anyway, when I go in and I connect to you, I'm also amping you up. Um, so I can charge those up, and you can even like go in, close your eyes, and come in with me,
Okay.
and ask to see your root chakra, which is red, and it's at the base of your groin area, just before the bend of the legs and going down into the legs. The thighs are down. Anyway, amping it up, because it's coming in and it's kind of like really dim. And I've got like bubbles of energy up on the right side or left side. I'm over here on my left, the left side and the right side, but it's up here on the top of you on the left side, which is masculine male energies, and then your female side has got more little ridges of bubbles that go around almost around that whole chakra. So this just to say that a lot of your relationships, like feel tenuous to me, like they've had issues. It's not been easy. You've not had a easy life because you've got all kinds of scarring on that root chakra.
Okay.
And so, I mean, does that fit? I mean, some of us can say that, we've had the most terrific life people wouldn't believe. But when you look at the chakras can't hide that. They went out for me anyway. It's like yeah. Um, so there was a woman though that was a big influence in your life. She felt bigger than life to you. So this could have been an aunt or someone who's like an aunt, may not have even been like blood in your family. Um, and she feels like she's passed on. So did you have someone that felt like an aunt, that not that she raised you, but she was there and you looked up and connected to?
Absolutely. That would be my grandmother's sister.
Ah, okay. Wow.
She lived the next street over,
Yeah.
and
She's like bigger than life for you. I mean, it's like you
she
felt like
was
this
just,
tiny
her
little
energy
being.
was like bam,
Yeah. Yeah. That's the way to say it. Her energy was just like bam. She was just like a presence, and a presence in your life that really gave you more of a foundation actually, than even your own biological mom. So, um, and again, as we're going into these chakras, we start filling that in and healing those issues, and it actually heals your past, present, and future. Past, present, future. But she's in your energy a lot. Uh, so she's like a guiding force for you. She's, I would call her one of your guides. Um, since she passed, which is, people don't always like that idea. Too bad.
Yeah, tough, right?
You don't know how evolved that spirit was.
Yeah,
It's one thing to be here on this physical plane and this is who I portray, then not who I
right.
am. So she's definitely more, which is a bloodline thingy, so which means that you are as well. You know, let's just point that out. um, hmm, um, okay, she's like, I'm like trying to move around. I still just see her energy just sitting right beside you. Um, I'm like, okay, what do you want to say? What do you want to tell me? Tell her. I feel like she's telling me to sit up straight.
I think we both will here.
Have that posture. Stand in who you are. That's what I really feel like she's saying. She's like, stand in who you are. Don't let anybody sway you. Um, so you have conflict. Do you have conflict with other family members about? I mean, about your lifestyle, the way that you live. There's
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. Conflict with family members with what?
with lifestyle choices, with choices that you have made. There's
Yeah.
just like okay, she's showing me this conflict. And again, it's it's easy to say it's their issue, but it is their issue.
It is their issue.
You stand in who you are, regardless of what they see, and that is a strength, that you got from her. She didn't care. She didn't care. She didn't care. She's gonna tell you
Absolutely.
and speak her mind, tell you like it is, and do what she needed to do. I feel like she appeased some people, just to not cause too much of a riffle, but at the same time, that's only because they probably, were more important to her.
Yes, she did things her way.
Yeah. Okay. So she's like, you're like her, and she wants you to remember that. Stand
Okay.
up straight, keep your posture, shoulders back, chest out,
Right.
stand in who you are, and don't be swayed. Um, um, and a countdown. Was she like sick before she passed? And but then it was like she was okay, and then it was like boom, she died.
Yes.
Because she felt like she was like she got a count, she got some extra time. It was one of those moments where she got to be able to say and do and take care of before she left, and she wants you to do that now. Say and do, act like every day is your last day. Don't wait till the end. We these I got a real issue with bedside questions.
Absolutely.
It's,
Absolutely.
it's like I take care of it in the moment. Take care of it. Take care of it. Um, don't wait. Don't wait for your countdown. Um, okay. Um, again, she's like handing you some pearl necklace. And pearls to me represent a purity of heart. They represent, the whole encompassing of what energy is, because it's land, sea, all the elements, and that's what we are. And she's putting this on you, like over your neck, on your neck. She's putting it around you, and kissing the top of your head, expressing so much love for you, okay? And just wants
Oh,
you to be, all that you are. Who's Freddie?
Freddie.
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 Um, Freddie.
Wow.
We have a Freddie here now. Or maybe Teddy. Maybe like what is? I mean, I said Freddie, trying to say Frederick, and he's like, showing me like he's this teddy bear. So feels like another family member here that possibly he wants to say Tio, another uncle. He's a shorter man, kind of a big belly. I mean, like protruded because it feels like he had back issues. So his belly kind of protruded out. Probably died from liver issues. Well, like alcoholic.
That doesn't ring a bell.
We'll just hold this because he's right here, and I feel like back issues. I feel like his whole. I mean, again, like I'm trying to say it's an alcoholic, but he's trying to say it's not an alcoholic. He's trying to say that again, that like it's relating his issues to what your issues are, and not to ignore them, not to ignore the issues you're having. So, and again, it's not like I rush to the doctor, but start herbally treating, for intestinal stuff for the flesh, because he's like. And again, he feels like he's in his 50s. I mean, he might be somebody who passed away. He feels like an uncle. He's saying T.O. I don't know. And Freddie. Is he saying Freddie? So, this might be somebody who's, even like, either way, I would take this as the family issue is what is happening intestinally and with the gallbladder and I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but at the same time, there is, I was feeling that, and you confirmed that, and then now, I don't know who this is, how far back he is, but as far as him coming through and showing me again his stomach and the whole area, and then the back issue, that pain.
Yeah, that little pain. Yeah.
It's a jabbing pain too. It's like someone's sticking a knife in you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like I pulled.
Yeah, it's right over here.
Yeah, so which means it's not a muscular thing. It's more organ related. Not that muscles aren't an organ,
Right.
but it's a different one. Okay. Oh my goodness. And then I'm like, I feel like they're taking me right up through into your yellow chakra. So you get like a lot of intuition. Do you feel psychic?
Yeah.
It's such a denial.
Well, more than I want to admit. Yeah. I didn't want to say a lot until after our reading's done, but yeah, I have some questions about that.
Yeah. All right. Because it's like, go ahead and ask your questions then, because that's where they're taking me. What? Okay. Well, hang on before you ask your question. They're showing me. Did you have an encounter with an Indian man in spirit? Um, well, he looked like Indian with he had a pipe, what you want to call a peace pipe, but it was just a pipe. It wasn't like a peace pipe. It was just a pipe. And you could have even had this when you were younger, but you've been psychic your whole life.
So no, not with an Indian man.
Okay.
I've seen a lot, but not an Indian man.
Okay. They're showing me that, and it's usually something when they show me that it's one of your first experiences, or, and again, like doorways and stuff that are opened up after that first experience. So, and again, it feels like when you were younger, like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Did you live near a reservation? Where do you live? Where did you live when you were 6, 7?
It's a far west Texas, and it's El Paso, Texas. It's a border town.
Okay, then yeah.
And
all right.
I don't want to say too much, but I just recently did my DNA through Ancestry, and
okay.
I came back, 47% Native American. That's quite a bit.
I love spirit. Okay. Right. So makes sense then. Why that would be your first encounter. And again, it kind of scared you. You were 6, 7 years old. And it feels like because I have him boldly still with you. All right. So it's like he's been, that's part of you, as part of who's around you. And that, they have such belief in their spiritual world, okay, just as much as their physical world. So they definitely, and like I was saying, you have family members that, can die, and, they'll be your guide in 3 months, because that's just the kind of lineage of the belief that gets carried, right? Not everybody has that. Like I said, some psychics, fight me on the issue. Oh, family members that just passed away can't be your spirit guides. I'm like, I could be, for my kids, when I pass away, I could come back as their guide. It's my belief, right? So you have that kind of lineage then, and that heritage, and yeah. So let me see if he shows me anything more that can give you, because names are tricky. Names are tricky because and again, more symbolisms, like the hawk. All right, so he's showing me a hawk, so it has more to do with maybe a hawk tribe, hawk clan, or he was referred to as hawk, and it would be. But in any case, he's also heavily smoking on his pipe. So, hang on. Okay, I like soaring hawk. All right, so just write that down and see if you have reference. Even when you do, even if you were to do like a ancestry thing, you'd have to go to somebody who does genealogy specifically for Indian heritage. But yeah, he's definitely just, here with you, and was one of the first things you actually saw, kind of scared you, which, again, that makes us question, especially when we're told, no, you can see that. No, you don't know that. How could you know that? Who'd you talk to? You get denial. And then we just fall into, most of us just fall right into that denial. All right. Wow. All right. All right, and again, your intuition comes in dreams also. You're very visual. Um, you have very vivid dreams. I don't know why they're showing me roping animals. Are we still here with smoking a hawk over here? What is it with the animals? Showing me corralling now. Why are we going down that path? I'm not sure where we're going, but we're just gonna go. I mean, now I'm just like getting scenes of cowboys and, well, they're also, yeah, so okay, well, all right, well, he's showing me, wow, this is like taking it back. This is a lot of family that worked with, people coming in. I mean, that's how far back your family here is going to be able to be, like, taken back, because that's where he's from. He's old. He's really old. All right, so it's like, I don't know why they keep getting stuck on stuff, and I still got your aunt over here. Every time I look at you, it's like it's just right there. Well, I wouldn't even be surprised if you find chiefs and stuff like that. I mean, you're talking leaders and people who worked with trying to do better. They didn't just believe that a white man came over here and took over. They believed in everything happened spiritually, and God Tinkanchila was moving them um, you know to do better for everybody. They saw the bigger picture. That's why they call everybody brother. Um, so that's the kind of lineage you're from. I'm like, okay, I could spend all day like talking to this guy, because he's like, now we're, they know my heart too. It's like, now we're gonna go buffalo hunting and stuff, and I'm like, no.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that's an amazing. I mean, I'm a very visual person too. It's like, oh, we get those. Wow, it's like a movie screen going off. All right, so and again, they really want you to, and it's not that we go back to all their tradition, but their belief in the spiritual is really where you need to tap yourself into here and really grab hold of that intuition and that heart's eye that you see through, because we don't see through our mind's eye. Our mind's eye brings us visions, right? But like when we're doing this connection and stuff, I'm looking at you through my heart's eye, because that's our true hearts, is heart to heart, our true eye. And that's, again, you find out a kind of things. Do you, even in ceremony, he's now, why are you gonna show me ceremony? We take it from the East, that they try to throw us off energetically by making everything to the North. They try to polarize our energy by pulling us off energy, because, we want to go to the East and start in the East. So when you do ceremony, you start in the East, and then you go South, and then you go West, and then North. And ask to, ask the watchtowers, the guardians, the elementals. The way that we say it is, calling on the watchtowers, elementals, and the guardians of the East. We ask for your wisdom and spiritual knowledge. And then we just take that all the way around 4 ways, from the East to the North. And that's going to help you get back in balance energetically. And you do that, well, do you burn smudge? Do you have smudge? You burn smudge?
Yeah, I do a lot of smudging with sage.
That's what I
I recently purchased some Palo Santo. God, that smells so good.
Oh, yeah.
And I do a lot of incense, sage incense, when I don't have the sage.
Right.
I have I do the water spritz. I kind of just go with whatever I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's no right or wrong way of doing it. I just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah.
I
However the ritual
myself.
Yeah. No, however the ritual is, it's just that there's a starting point for to energetically connect that to our physical. We have to energetically start at the right starting point, and that's due east.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
East, south, west, and north.
Yes.
I wrote that down.
Yes. East.
Thank you for that.
South. Spirit telling you what you need to hear. Because again, everything is energy. We are energy. So we have to align. We can't just go on the thing and build our vision board and say, I'm going to create my reality. I mean, God bless you if you do. But how's that working out for you? Unfortunately, they were taught, again, misled, misdirected. They like to keep us in chaos and confusion and distracted and stop the insanity.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
It is. And everything's backwards. And so energetically, we're now connected. They brought that spiritual fight to the physical. They brought it to us. So now we have to know, what do we base it? What's our foundation for it? Where do we start to completely lock down protection, so things don't come in, nothing's getting out. It's all good in here.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so, because I know I'm obviously you do a lot of things to try and balance things out. That's otherwise they wouldn't have me talking about it for you or showing it to me. So yeah,
I'm always trying to balance things out.
Right. Well, that again, when we see our connection energetically, just saying the mantra, I am connected, grounded, balanced, protected, and flowing in the love of the divine, starts retraining our brain. And then we do the, due east, begin energetically correcting our physical. We're aligning. It's given hemisphere, it's hemisync. And we're syncing all the hemispheres that are energetically in our chakras. That's we're energy. Where's that energy come from? Our chakras. I mean, I've even talked to physicists, quantum, all these people, and they want to acknowledge the chakras and they want to acknowledge the aura, but they want to say the two are two different things. Well, then you're just telling me spiritual is different from my physical. No, I can balance those. We're supposed to live in that balance. The Seneca children were taught from birth about that energy. The chakras were introduced from birth about how they're connected to everything and how they need to stay aligned. And they were the ones that were able to walk this earth just like Jesus and do miracles and wonders because they were balanced. And then they got wiped out because that's what happens when, this energy just keeps wiping out the good stuff. It's like, no more.
Yeah.
Not while I'm here. And so, okay. I know I just looked at the clock too. 1:13. So for threes, things happen in threes for you. Right?
Okay.
When one thing happens, then boom, 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 two more things happen on top of stuff. So when that happens to you, that's another sign in synchronicity again of just being balanced with it. Don't let it overwhelm you, overcome, overload you with, because there's just so much stuff out there. And that's the other thing. When you're energetically aligned, you have that energy that goes out 20 feet around you. So wherever you go, your energy is actually going in before you. 20 feet.
Wow.
And so you're going to need to keep that clear 20 feet around you. That's what happens when you live in that chakra system 24/7. I'm just
20 feet. Wow.
Yeah. So going to the grocery stores, anything, everything. Doesn't matter where you're going or who you're on the phone with, whoever you're connecting to. That's, so you can actually change the dynamics of before you walk in, have it all happy and loving, especially when you go to work. Try
it. A big bubble.
You know, everybody's happy. Everybody's in a good mood. We can really affect people around us. Wow. All right. So, did you have any questions? Because wow, I could go on with this side of you. It's amazing. And I hope you really tap into it and own it, and see the lineage that you come from, the healers, the chiefs,
It's pretty amazing.
it really is, to, own it, and take it for your life and apply it. So, what were your other questions about? Have another. Again, you got so much family. Have you lost? You have a lot of loss.
Quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
Because you have a lot of family. I mean, I got a room over here. I could keep talking. And they're just going to keep lining up. Because I'm like, I got another lady here that wants to say something. She's beautiful. She's got long black hair and real tall. She's, just look like even Amazon kind of.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So hang on. Because I said Amazon. And as soon as I said Amazon, she looks more interdimensional. Wow, so you even have, like, what they want to call their star brother seed. What you want to mean?
High
five. All right, so have you ever connected then? I mean, have you seen anything that you would call extraordinary? You say you have a lot of experiences here, but I'm talking, you've seen things that you questioned, did that really look like that? Was that really, did I just see that? And it was like a flash come in and walk out. Like, did you see, have you?
Yeah. I could write a book.
Wow.
I could. My problem is I don't know how to use it. I don't know what to do with it.
Because you're trying to physically work out something that is an energetic connection. So you're a starseed, okay? Which means you're a multidimensional being who's traveled the universe. Says, this ain't your first rodeo here on Earth either. And so this type of energy though is got to be connected to energetically. A lot of the what's it called? A Hermerker diamond? What's it called? Is it called a Hermerker? No. Hermerker? No. Why do I want to? I have art. I had a speech problem when I was younger. I couldn't even say my own name. Herkimer diamond. Okay, get a Herkimer diamond, and you can get any. I mean, because there's some that are finished, and there's some that are unfinished. Whichever one you're drawn to, because that's the kind of energy that these interdimensional beings connect to for us. I have one, and I've had one in my possession for over 30 years now, and it was amazing, because I got told I needed to have one, and then she goes, "Oh, but you already do," and I'm like, "Oh, no." Because that's what we need to connect, because it puts our energy. It's a diamond, but it's not the same kind of diamond that they sell for thousands of dollars, because they don't consider it to be as valuable. But they also wrong.
That's what they think, right?
They also wrong, because it's more of a clearer when it's finished off. It's not the shimmery diamonds. You don't want that. Those distract. That's a blood diamond. To have that, the diamonds on the market today. No. Blood diamonds. Too much energy of death and murder, and hello, what did people go through to mine this? Anyway, Herkimer diamonds will connect you into this interdimensional relative of yours. If you start seeing UFOs, different shapes, different sizes, don't freak out. I mean, again, Have you seen them?
I have. I was, I don't remember how old I was. And we're driving to a wedding. And I remember looking out and I saw this, it was a craft with different lights going in a circle around it. And I was with my grandparents and my aunt and my uncle. And I remember asking them, what is that? What is that? And they're all looking out the window and they're like, well, I don't know what that is.
Everyone saw it.
And I kept, it was always off and I kept seeing it thinking, what is that? You know, as a little girl.
Yep.
But then again, as a little girl, I saw tons of things and they always told me, it's your imagination. Yeah. No, it's not my imagination. It's your imagination. And I get so angry.
I feel you. Same here. I even got put into a girls' home for a while because they thought that I was freaking crazy. And they tried to give me all kinds of drugs. And that's when I found out I was allergic to so many different things, which I'm grateful for because I can't take those. You're not going to dumb me down. You're not going to, deaden my abilities. So that's the kind of energy that that's been trying to connect with you. Again, when we're not told that this, when we're told that this is it, your community's it, this is all you know, and it's like, that's all you know. But it goes, we are so much more than what they've, generation after generation after generation kept us to.
Yeah. I've been feeling bottled up for so long. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how to, I don't know what the word it is that I'm looking for, but I want to burst out and say, I am psychic and I do get dream visitations and I do see things. That's how I found my brother in 2013. I was sleeping and something woke me up and my poor husband, he's so used to me screaming at night. And it's got to where
waking up crying.
Just go back to sleep, Joe. But I remember turning and screaming, but I didn't scream because I was scared. I screamed because there was a huge glow next to my bed. And when I looked in it, I saw wings, not feathers, wings made of light. And I knew I was seeing an angel. I'm big on St. Michael. I'm big on angels.
Yeah.
I love St. Michael.
Yeah, good. They're all around.
And then on the other corner of the room, there was a mist that was just floating there. But the glow was just in that section of the room. The rest of the room was dark. Mm-hmm. And I think that mist that I was seeing at the other corner of the room was possibly my father. I think. I'm not sure.
Well, if you that's typically what it is.
But because he died a day after my 5th birthday, so my grandparents raised me.
Okay. Well, that makes sense why your aunt was so important to you.
Yeah. And so that was Father's Day week. And I remember calling my other aunt, my Aunt Gracie's like a mom to me. And she's so used to my stories. And she's always saying, well, what did you see now, Liz? She's my go-to. She's the one I could talk to.
Yes, thank God.
And I told her, you're not going to believe what I saw last night. I saw an angel. And huge.
I know, they're huge. People have no idea. When they think angel, they're thinking, 6'5", No. I mean,
no, it engulfed the entire, I had high ceilings at the time, and it just engulfed that entire corner, and the wings were just, I get chills just talking about it. But, and I remember telling her, wow, something's going to happen. She said, is it good or bad? I said, well, I don't know. It must be good.
Yeah.
And that Saturday, I had been searching for my brother because my mom and my father were never married. But he went forward, to make a long story short, and he ended up having a child with somebody else. But I searched for him. I was told at about 8, 9 years old, hey, you have a brother. And I was like, well, where are they?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anybody from my father's side of the family. They were all gone. Mm-hmm. So that was Father's Day week. That happened, I think it was Monday night. My visitation was Monday night with Angel, and then Saturday we're business owners. And my husband said, hey, there's a lady who's going to come sell some ice cream. And I said, that's great. Have her bring her truck. The customers will love it. And he wanted me to talk to her, so I did. And she kept staring at me. And one thing led to another. She was asking me about water delivery. We have a water tank out there. There's no water where our business is at. And my father's last name was Lujan. So she said, oh, I get my water from the Lujan Water Company. And I remember telling her, oh, Lujan was my father's last name. And that's when she asked me, what was his name? And I said, what? Joe Lujan, Joe Tobias Lujan. That was my father's name. And then I, as always, I always said, by the way, because I was always searching for my brother, I've been searching for my brother, Christopher Kenneth Lujan. And she looks at me and she screams and she said, oh my God, that's my grandchild.
Oh my God. Wow.
And I was in denial. I was like, no, you don't understand, lady. You don't get it. Not until she mentioned my father's parents' street name where they used to live.
Wow.
She mentioned Taylor, and that's when I just, water works everywhere. I was like, really?
Oh, amazing. Aw. See, again, I love how spirit works. I don't believe in coincidence. It's all about synchronicity. It's just like, I gave up a baby for adoption, and when I, was able to have that synchronicity to where she was ready, it happened that I meet her. I knew I always would. It's like we always know that, carry that, we carry that, we know. But anyway, yeah, so
yeah, right? It blows your mind. Yeah.
All right.
And those are the types of experiences that I've had.
Yeah. So you need to start connecting energetically to your own energy first, okay, and understand your energy and what your energy looks like. We can see it. We close our eyes, we go inside, and we ask to see our root chakra. And if you really see it, then just start feeding it love. From the base of that chakra, just see it going up and into the next chakra, and then connecting them as you go. I have a video on YouTube that you can use, connecting and grounding your energy, and it's less than 10 minutes, so it just steps you up real quick, goes through your energy system, gets you connected to Mother Earth, gets you connected to the Great Spirit, brings your energy into a polarity with them, balancing you out. And you just, again, live in that 24/7. Do that video once in the morning, once in the evening for 21 days. I have a spiritual challenge, counseling that I offer also, because along the way, you're going to have things happen to you that might scare you, because they're going to bring up stuff. Again, the more we awaken, the more those lower energies that don't want you to awaken and see who you truly are bombard us with stuff. That takes 21 days to start a new habit, right? So if you do this for 21 days, and during that 21 days, you can call me, we can talk, I can look energetically. Also, you can just call on my name and I will be there energetically to help boost you up. I can't do it for you, but I can assist you by boosting you up and helping you get that connection going. And
that would be amazing.
Yeah, we have
because just at night, there's times where it just scares me. Yeah. I feel like I'm not here nor there, and I'm floating, and I wake up, but I'm still in dream state, right. And it's so scary. I can't get out of it. Yeah. And I think that's the scariest part of everything is at night when
that's what they
I
were
can't explain it.
They were showing me about your very vivid dreams, and you're like in it, so it feels like this is what I'm going through right now. I'm not laying in my bed sleeping. I'm really going through this. And again, it'll, that protection needs to happen even when we're sleeping. It's 24/7, our energy is going and they can mess with us. And so, and again, the more we want to straighten it out and keep it upright, the more they might attack us, but we got to work through it. It's like triggers. We can't let triggers trigger us. We have to move past the pain, move past the emotion, move past it. That's the key to operating in your chakras, is we don't just sit in this empathetic state, where we're just absorbing everything and owning Screw that. I ain't owning none of your shit. I'm doing my own. So we go to the apathetic, where we can look and view at emotion and realize we're not tied to it. That's the physical world. They want to keep you tied up in emotion so that you don't work past it. You get triggered and you just scream and
Yeah, it's just
no, gotta come out. Gotta express yourself and move yourself forward so that you understand what you're going through energetically.
Yeah, that's the scariest part. And I've been wanting to ask somebody about that because nobody understands.
Yeah.
And
I do.
and it feels like stuck, and you can't. You're
literally
not
hearing like paralyzed. They call it sleep paralysis. I call it someone trying to possess me. Okay.
Well, I can move. I can move. I'm awake. I can move, but when my eyes are open, I'm looking. I'm somewhere else, and it's so scary.
Yeah, because your body actually does leave. Have you ever seen the movie Insidious?
No.
Okay. If you can handle scary movies, which everyone should be able to handle scary movies, no fear, no hesitation, watch that movie. It's about a little boy who goes out into the ethers while he's sleeping, and he goes too far, and he starts interacting with other lower energies that are attracted to his light because he's alive. So his essence is still a big light, like beacon. So they want that, because those who cannot attain the love and the balance themselves take it from others. So you can view them as entities, you can view them as aliens, interdimensional human beings. It's all part of the same root of evildoers that just want to keep you bent up in that emotion so that you're available to be attacked. I see infiltration all too often of people's life are just so chaotic and they don't understand, they don't get it, but then we start removing that energy. I've had people that are literally on the brink of being, paralyzed. Their lower limbs just unable to move anymore because it's just really from the waist down is where they physically dress. Because they understand that they can pull energetically, and as long as they're keeping that physical part of us from connecting to the spiritual part of us, they're in control. As soon as we connect that spiritual to the physical, no, your free will is no longer hijacked. Now it's really go mode.
Yeah.
And they're going to bounce off of you. Those energies trying to infiltrate come in and they bounce off of us. But we have to understand the chakras and how we're connected to everything through that energy. They're our key, I believe. To especially for those of us that are interdimensional, we really got to find a balance. Because we're really thrown off, by this place. Just like, what was that?
Right?
Oh, seriously, I agreed to come here now. Okay. All right. Let me put my hair back in my ponytail. Get my Wonder Woman lasso going. All right. We'll be there. We'll be that girl. Because I will not be that girl that gets smashed. No more. So you can do the video again, 21 days. I can send you just it's a daily reminder for 21 days of the mantra, different things energetically to do for yourself. Take care of yourself during that 21 days. Pamper yourself while you're connecting, because it's it's going to be the best relationship you've ever had.
That's amazing. That makes me happy.
So yeah, just start as soon as we get off the phone. Just start right now. Go do the video. My YouTube is Solana 0156. And you can just go do the connecting and grounding video. It's an older one. I need to get a new one up. I keep taking them down and putting them up. They get up to like 40, 50,000 views, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to change you because it's, we're constantly changing. And so the latest one was done quite 5, 6 years ago. So there's some stuff on the end. Don't pay attention to those sites and stuff. You can go. I'm constantly changing what I'm doing because that's who we are. We're constantly changing it up, and just change it. Just go, just do. So did you have any other questions you can ask?
I do have one question, and it's about my son. It's not related to what happened to him with that ATV accident. He had seizures when he was little, febrile seizures. And I've been trying to figure out a way to help him because I was told that the seizures wouldn't affect him. But as a mom, you're like, wait a minute. First off, we have horrible doctors here in this city. But I just haven't been able to find the right help. I've taken him to a healer. He's had acupuncture, which did help with his speech. He's a healthy, normal little boy, but he's not reading and he's not doing math. Like a learning issue. Mm-hmm. So if you can tap into that, maybe.
How old is he?
He is 21 now.
What's his first name?
His name's Cameron.
All right, so I just got like such a sensation from my nose and my eyes. It feels like electrodes that are like disconnected, and you might try hemi-syncing music. I mean, they even have like a tinge machine that you could buy that's just little electrodes that would go help activate. It's going to cause. Does he have a lot of tingling feeling right here from his nose to his eyes, under his eyes?
He hasn't mentioned anything about that.
I feel a lot of tingling right here. So, and again, it feels like then I want to go back here, and so it's like they're not. Because the brain is so complicated. But he's not. He's showing like he's like it's like sparks over here on his left brain, which controls all the right side. But yeah, that's what they're showing me. So, have you ever heard of HemiSync? We've talked a few times about HemiSync. I've said it now 2 or 3 times with you. So HemiSync will probably benefit you as well. HemiSync is it's a 5G kind of, not a 5G, decimals, right? We're all frequencies, and so the HemiSync brings both brain to sync together, so they're working together instead of just being. Because so he probably sees a lot too. Does he talk to you about what he sees, or when he was little, did he see a lot?
When he was younger.
Mm-hmm. So he's got sight for that too, and probably in denial, throws him off. But anyway, HemiSync, and I don't know if you ever heard of it's a therapy that they do, and it's not like electroid, where they used to
yeah
lobotomies. No, but it's a little tinge pads, that you can get. You can buy the tinge pad machine itself these days. The doctors used to use it in the office to help, kind of activate those electrons that are kind of missing. That's
okay.
what it feels like to me. So it literally feels like a brain. And he had seizures. It did affect, but it's not like his whole brain, but it's this part over here that probably the cognitive.
Yes.
The cognitive. So that's like making choices, right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Throws it all off. So it makes sense. So God bless him. I'll send him some healing energy on that too.
Thank you.
For all his things. I've been praying for him since I found out. So.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So any other questions though? Because other than that, I'm gonna have to
Yeah, I can't think of anything other than, do you see any grandbabies for me?
Grandchildren. How many children do you have?
I have 2 boys, Cameron and my son Chris.
Well, sure, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna be like we're talking a couple years from now. But yeah,
Okay.
you see little babies around for you. But you have I think one son that's gonna have more than the other. Anyway, grandchildren are a blessing for having children and gone through all that because we get to treat them differently.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've been trying. She got on a diet and she's going to the doctors.
Oh, okay. So
But
if someone's trying to have a baby, then also you might want to just get them a little Kokopelli, which is a fertility god.
okay.
And it's the piped the Indian.
Yeah, he's playing the little lute.
Yeah, that's a
I know who that is.
Kokopelli.
Okay.
Fertility god for money also if you can't get pregnant. Hello, for finances.
There you go.
Yeah. So fertility gods all around. Fertility gods. So
All right.
I told one lady that, and so she went to Mexico and literally bought a 6-foot giant freaking Kokopelli. And then let me tell you, within a couple of months, that woman was pregnant. After 9 years of trying, she got pregnant, and then she got pregnant. I'm like, okay, take the Kokopelli down.
Like the Waltons after a while,
You're gonna
huh?
have a house full. You keep going. So how many do you want? Let's. That's again Native American. That's all.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I even decided to wear my Native American shirt today, which I don't wear all the time. It's the no doppel.
I know it's in water.
It says water is life. So we're connecting on the in the heritage. You definitely exhume that. So again, preparing for readings is amazing for me because I feel all kinds of stuff. I dress a certain way depending on what's going to happen. No expectations, but leading up to things start. So it's amazing. So I'm grateful for you allowing the connection today and for giving the love. I feel it. And so
Thank you.
keep that going and then do the videos. I'll send you the 21 day. It's just a Google Doc that again it's a repetitive 21 day because it takes 21 days to start a habit. And so if we can actually just commit to that 21 days of doing for you, it'll help you energetically balance that out so that even during your dream time, you can control and see and realize you're observing, not participating.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Same to you.
Keep me in touch. Let me know what's happening.
Yes, I will.
All right. We'll talk to you
All
soon.
right. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.